this lighting is like really intense. For 2021, I want to try and spend less money. And naturally, a good way to spend less money is to buy fewer things. I know. Funny how things work like that, huh? What I'm focused on for this video is about my year of less. It's this person, Cait. I cannot remember her last name, but Cait. I believe she has a blog, so I'll put a link to that in the description. She basically did this year of less where she went through what she already owned, properly moved around the things she didn't need, so they were donated or tossed, you know, and she was very intentionally spending less by making a clear list of what was an essential item that when she ran out needed to be bought again, what were non-essential items, so when they run out, don't buy them again for this year, or don't buy them in the first place this year, and the approved shopping list, so things that you don't have but you're planning on purchasing, something that you're planning on spending that money on. It's a pre-approved purchase. So I did those as well. She also talked about a why. So for me, my why is I'm a student. I have a $60,000 loan for my studies. And this is my last year of studies that I've planned for my undergraduate. I'm having to have a pretty firm conversation about, like, you know, there's no more loan increase that's coming in on this. So trying to like put a firm stop on what I'm spending right now as I try and figure out what to do for that. I also am someone who, I like to think that I am pretty good about not consuming things I don't need, and I'm personally committed to improving on that aspect constantly as much as possible. And so reducing the rate at which I'm buying things that I don't need is obviously going to contribute to that. So that's like kind of two whys. One, I have to, and two, I have to want to because of my moral system. So I have my essentials list, and so the essentials list I indicated to be things that I can buy when they run out. Groceries are on here, cat things are on here, materials for repairing. So for instance, I have to repair my Doc Martens every so often, and I have like a shoe glue that works for it, although the shoe repair is also in my approved shopping list. But rent and hydro, medications and supplements, carnations once a month, because carnations, I really love them, and flowers do a lot of good for me. Takeout twice a month. Takeout and food are also very important things for my sense of emotional well-being, because food is really yummy. Brita filters, rubber gloves for washing the dishes, because that's a thing I have to have. Plant gear if I need it. But that's honestly it on the essentials list and existing toiletries. For me, my non-essentials list is a no-buy. May borrow if needed, unless explicitly outlined on my approved shopping list. These are things where when I use them up, not getting any more for the rest of the year. So things on here for me are candles, scented products, so like perfume, air freshener, room freshener, books and magazines. Convenience tools or cooking items are not on here. I don't really buy those anyways, but it like kind of came to mind. Paper products like stationery until all existing items are used up. Jewelry, crystals, beverages like Seed Lip. It's let me actually go get it. It's really pretty. Like non-alcoholic spirits, and they're good with like tonic water. There's the other one, super cute, and they have a third one. I think it has a rabbit on the bottle. It's really yummy, but to make a lot of different drinks with it, I would need more things that you use to make cocktails, such as like simple syrup and maraschino cherries and stuff like that, and I don't have that. And I'm not really invested enough to get those things right now. So no more Seed Lip. I had to write that explicitly on my list because it's really tempting, but no more Seed Lip. Hobbies that require resources that I don't have right now. Phone related accessories. I have one phone case. It is an OtterBox. I do not need more phone cases. Bags. Bags are on here, so no more reusable bags. Not buying any sort of purses or like backpacks or something like that because I have enough of that. No more clothes or footwear, and this is where, like, unless mentioned on the shopping list, because there is a whole section of clothes and footwear for the approved shopping list, but takeout tea or coffee, plants and plant pots, and new electronics. You can see that there's a lot of white space. Bingo. And, you know, you might look at it and be like, don't you have things that, like, fall into some of those categories? Or don't you have times where you're like, oh, where does it fit in? And I don't. You know, I think these are actually like a pretty good list. And then so the approved shopping list. And I have a whole academic section here. And so fees for the GRE, fees for grad ceremony, fees for graduation photos, fees for a DELF certification. Because one thing I want to do, it's in my goals, is to increase my DELF certification, which is like a Francophone certification. So that's like things that I know I'm gonna have to pay. Another thing on this list under miscellaneous is new rent and tenants insurance if I want to get into a new apartment, because I'm gonna have to leave this one come the end of summer. Electronics, wireless headphones, because those would be exceptionally helpful for workouts, listening to ASMR while I write, being on a call with my friends while I'm cooking, stuff like that. A proper microphone for my computer, HDMI cord, because I have approval to borrow a second computer monitor from my lab. I just need to get it, and I might need an HDMI cord for it. A desk lamp, because I need a work lamp in my room. On this side of the building, I'm grateful because sometimes it's super duper bright. But on this side of the building, it can be dark for entire days, and you can see the light doesn't carry very far into my apartment, regardless of how bright it is here, into my room, sorry. So, and then I have a smartwatch on list if my Fitbit dies. I'm hoping it doesn't. If it does though, and I see a reasonable price for like an Apple Watch. As far as clothes, now, if you know me in my personal life, you know I do not have a lot of clothes, and I love the clothes that I have. So things on this list are things that I've been, like, I'm not in a rush to get them, because I'll be good if I don't get them, but I am hoping to get them at some point in 2021 when reasonable. So one is like a crew neck universal sweater, a long black dress coat, like a trench coat, but not quite. Kind of like a duster, if that's the word for it, but I want one of those. Light wash vintage jeans, it's another one. Overalls, long socks times 10. I have that because I wear my docs a lot. I don't have a lot of long socks. Underwear times 4. It's always good to have underwear. Not gonna really justify that. Workout leggings times 2 and bike shorts times 1. Soft washcloths for my face. Oxfords, like those shoes, like dress shoes. I want a pair of vegan Oxfords, and a boot repair. So I also kind of, and this was reflecting on how well it's been going for me so far. I actually didn't read it out, but because I'm like, I don't think I actually said it. One of the items on my non-essentials list is nail polish, so not buying any more nail polish. Already something like that was the first thing that I kind of like broke, because I saw this really cool yellow nail polish in Shoppers Drug Mart. It was cruelty-free and vegan, and I mentioned those because I wouldn't buy it if it wasn't. I broke the glass beaker in it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to buy a new French press. Out of curiosity, I went onto the Bodum website, and fortunately they have like a spare parts section, so that's a really smart thing on Bodum's part. And you can buy replacement beakers for all their different sizes, so it was still like $25, but I was able to replace the beaker, so I can keep using the French press and all the other parts of it that didn't break. So that's an instance of, I guess it could fall under repair materials. It was just an unexpected repair. So yeah, that is my little year of last commentary and brief update of how it's going. I think I'll try and keep like brief updates. Hopefully the rest of the videos will be shorter than this, but I think it would be interesting even just to like talk about how, all right, so these things came up, there's somewhat unexpected purchases, or talk about unexpected benefits from this. Like already I'm seeing I spend less time on links from social media to stores because, for instance, I said no crystals, so I'm not drawn to go to crystal websites. And I've already saved so much time and mental energy because of that. So that's one thing I've really observed. If you watched the whole thing, thanks for watching. With that, I'll let you go, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.